So, what is your best recommendations for anti-Alzheimer's diet?
Through the fog of dementia, I will speak. Well, it just happens that I think that early on, when I started investigating the lifestyle changes that are associated with different health outcomes, which primarily at the beginning was cancer, and there was so I studied all of the diets that were like anti-cancer diets, and then what happened is that I then realized, but there's all these other diseases that humans suffer from, and now I'm going to have to learn all the different diets for all the different diseases. So then I started researching the diets for other diseases, but luckily it just happens that all the diets for all the diseases in terms of prevention are exactly the same. So it's kind of like this situation where basically it seems that there is an ideal diet, and it doesn't just prevent one disease. You kind of have this ideal diet, and it prevents all age-associated, well, even well, I guess that's the same thing, is it? Because cancer seems to be an immunodeficiency, as is with most of the other diseases, they somehow relate to the immune system failing due to old age and our ability to have a good functional immune system throughout our adulthood and into our senior years. And so basically that diet is, and in fact the Ayurvedic diet, the ancient Indians, recently when I looked at that, because I was discussing that in the context of modern nutrition, and I was amazed that it is exactly the same. They've always been recommending the same exact thing, the same exact nutritional guideline, which is that you just basically fruit, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and healthy oil containing things, or healthy oils. So basically, like a great diet would be that one would eat, I don't know if it needs to be raw, but so one might have some fruit for breakfast, some nuts, because I think nuts are almost ubiquitously seen to be associated with good health outcomes, and then perhaps if one is doing the intermittent fasting for whatever reason, whether it be dental or physiological or psychological, one would then have a dinner which then would probably contain grains, because other than nuts, that's the all legumes, I suppose. That would be the way, legumes with some vegetables. And in order to absorb it, all the fat-soluble vitamins, one has to have some kind of a fat with it, which I think extra virgin olive oil is the best one. And and I think it was that also flax seeds seem to possibly have quite a special place in terms of eating seeds, as in that, because the fact that they have this incredible ratio of omega-3 to omega-6s, but then that's debatable, because they're finding maybe it's not so as simple as that. But that seems to be associated with better health outcomes, to have a more omega-3 to omega-6. So yeah, so basically fruit and vegetables, legumes, nuts, and perhaps olive oil to absorb the carotenoids. So that's what I would say is the best diet.